Hey friends, welcome back. Being an actor means that you are running your own business. You are a small business owner, and one of the things that it is so important for a small business owner to do is to come up with a yearly business plan, to figure out what it is that you are wanting to accomplish with your business in the upcoming year. As we are nearing the end of 2020, one of the things that we are actively doing here at Stage Door Unlocked is working with all of our professional actor friends on developing their business plans for 2021. Creating a business plan can be challenging. Don't worry, I am here for you every step of the way. But first, I need coffee. If we're really going to jump into creating a business plan, we first need to understand what a business plan is. Essentially, what a business plan is something that gives you a structure to kind of guide your business through the ups and downs of the upcoming year. This roadmap will cover such things as what types of work you're going to apply for, how you're going to allocate funds and resources in the upcoming year, who are important parts of your team, and what tasks are you going to ask of them in the upcoming year. It also helps you break down what is called a SWOT analysis. This is where you look at kind of the overall health of your business. Don't worry, we're going to come back to that in a little bit. This plan is something that helps you see where your business is right now at this moment and what steps you're going to need to take your business where you want to go in the upcoming year. So let's dive into the different parts of the plan. The first step of the plan is coming up with your business's objective statement. Objective, that sounds familiar. As actors, we talk about that all the time. What is my objective? Or what is it that I want? For a small business, your objective statement is basically the same thing. It's what is it that you want your business to do? So here at Stage Door Unlocked, if I had to say our objective statement, it would be that Stage Door Unlocked is an online actors training and resource business that specializes in vocal training, acting training, audition preparation, actor business skills, actor life coaching, and more. We work with clients from over 37 states, and our clients are currently appearing on regional, national tour, and Broadway stages, as well as national TV and film projects. We also work with teachers from over 12 countries to make sure that they have the resources that they need to provide their students with a well-rounded performance education. Now, obviously, that objective statement is very, very crafted. It is something that I have practiced and said many, many times, both in business situations. I also use it in our promotional materials. There are lots of times where that objective statement is used as part of our business. But what I think is really important is that is kind of the guiding principle of what we do here at Stage Door Unlocked. We do not train opera singers. Can we train opera singers? Sure, but the return on investment in working with those types of performers is a little bit lower than if we're going to have, say, a musical theater actor. It's kind of allowing us to stay in our lane, know what we do, and know what we do really well, maybe even better than anyone else. If you write your objective statement by answering the question, what is it that your business does, and what is it that your business does better than anyone else, you will have a very clear definition as to what you can do. And more importantly, what path your business can go down and achieve success. You have to know what your business is doing and what is working for you so that you can keep capitalizing on the things that your business does that is working, and then developing a growth strategy from there, which leads us to the next part of our business plan. The next part of your plan is a SWOT analysis. A SWOT analysis is an acronym that stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Let's start with strengths. Strengths are the things that your business does very, very well. As an actor, you might say that your strengths could be your dance ability, your belting technique. It might be that you have some particular special skills that seem to be very, very popular in the current auditioning scene. Other strengths that your business might have might be that you're very good at keeping track of your finances. It might be that you have really great people skills. It might be that you are really good at creating your promotional materials, things like your website or your resume. Things that your business does very well, those would be strengths. Weaknesses would be the opposite, areas that your business has limitations. So if you are someone who is constantly being cast in ensemble roles, but you don't have a ton of dance training, that could be considered a weakness. In the same vein, if you're a dancer and a singer, but you don't have a ton of acting training, your lack of acting training could be considered a weakness. It is very, very easy to find weaknesses in your business. This is something that actors do all the time. We think that this is a sign of humility to come up with tons of weaknesses, and in reality, that's not helpful. Don't put yourself down just for the sake of trying to be humble. Be objective and say, do I sing really well? Do I dance really well? Are my lack of dance abilities truly a weakness if I'm not auditioning for those types of roles? Sometimes we like to say we can't do certain things that really aren't relevant to the types of roles we're going to be cast in anyway. When you're evaluating your strengths and weaknesses, step back and ask yourself, for the types of roles that I am consistently booking, is the lack of this skill really a weakness? The next part of a SWOT analysis is opportunities. This could be the chance to audition for a particular theater company. This might be that you have just become an equity membership candidate. This could be that you've just signed with an agent, or even that you've made a fantastic connection with a particular casting director that you've really wanted to work with. Go through and mark down the opportunities that are coming your way in the upcoming year. Opportunities are areas where you have potential for growth. And these are things that you've already kind of laid the foundation on that will help your business continue to grow in the future. Finally, the last step of a SWOT analysis would be threats. When we're looking at threats, the example that I like to give clients is the difference between Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Now, both are very, very successful businesses, but they share the same market, dark colas, right? There are people that are going to want Pepsi and there are people that are going to want Coca-Cola, but they share really that same pool of people. They share the pool of people that want to drink a dark cola. So when you're examining your threats, this would be looking at the people that are constantly booking the types of roles you feel your business does very well. If we go back to the Coke and Pepsi example, what I think is really fascinating about Coke and Pepsi is a lot of times they will share very similar branding strategies. They have very similar colors, they have very similar shapes in their branding, and this is definitely intentional. It's trying to say that there are similarities between these brands. The whole point of understanding the threats to your business is not to say, oh, I need to go after them, but it's to say, what are they doing really well and what things are they doing that I can use to help grow my business in the upcoming year? Once you have looked at all of this information, the next step is to create your strategic plan. Your strategic plan is basically looking at the main things that you are going to want to accomplish in the upcoming year. If you say that one of your primary goals for 2021 is to get an agent, you're going to call this an initiative. An initiative is kind of the big thing that you are wanting to accomplish. From there, you break down that initiative into tasks. These would be kind of action items you're going to do. So if you want to submit to an agent, but you don't have all of the materials you need to really submit to the agent, one of the tasks that you're going to have would be updating your resume or getting new headshots or updating your website. Those would be tasks towards the bigger initiative or the bigger goal. You might even break this down in kind of the Stanislavski concept of super objective and then objectives. Within each task, you're going to have action items that will need to be done. So if you're going to get new headshots, one of the action items you're going to have to do is contact a headshot photographer. That might be saving funds to afford the headshot photographer. That might be comparing different headshot photographers. All of those are different action items. All of them fall under the task of getting the new headshots, which then falls under the initiative of signing with an agent. The last step of creating your business plan is creating the timeline, or what we call the year plan. A year in a business is typically broken down into quarters. Obviously, there are 12 months in a year. We divide that by 4. There are 3 months for each quarter. The first quarter of the year, for example, is January, February, March. So if you're going to say in quarter 1, I want to get all of my materials ready to prepare to submit to agents, then you're going to say, okay, in the month of January, I would like to rebuild my resume. In the month of February, I would like to update my website. In the month of March, I would like to start writing cover letters. Giving yourself kind of that plan of what you're going to try to accomplish and when is going to help give you a structure to guide your business as you move through the year. I know that many people are sitting there going, but all of these things are out of my control. Like, look what happened in 2020. I could have planned the entire year and 2020 just threw everything out the window. And you're right. That is something that happens. I can be 100% honest with you and say, Stage Door Unlock's business plan for 2020 did not go the way that I planned it. However, we still accomplished a lot of the things in the business plan. One of the big projects for 2020 was bringing the YouTube channel back. It came on a different timeline than I was planning for it, but we were still able to accomplish it. By knowing roughly what you want to accomplish in the course of the year and giving yourself kind of a structure in how to do it helps you create your roadmap. There are going to be some things that you're going to have to do first before you can do other things. For example, you can't really submit to the agent if you haven't written the cover letter. It gives you a way of kind of forming the step-by-step things that you need to do to accomplish your goals and initiatives for the upcoming year. If you need help creating your business plan, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to talk through this with you. I would love to give you some things that you can think about as you're working on your plan. Feel free to reach out to me either during office hours or feel free to book a consult session. I'd love to help you. The information for booking that is down in the description box below. That's it for this video. As always, actors, you're awesome, be awesome, and I'll see you next time.